Hello, how are you? I'm Lex, aka Lexi Rose. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Lex, and on this channel, we like to talk about books and just kind of anything we want to talk about. It's a cozy, fun, fresh time. So if you like those type of videos, subscribe. If you're not new here, welcome back. First off, I want to say thank you guys so much for supporting my last video. I know it was very big, not a big, what was I trying to say? What am I trying to say? I know it was a little bit of a different video than that we're used to. Usually on this channel, we talk about kind of just anything about books. Actually, that video ended up being like the most watched video on my channel, which was nice. So thank you. I'm glad you guys liked that video. I love talking about my vinyls. Also, my vinyls are back up here. In the last video, they were somewhere else. Like I had them on the floor over there, but I moved them back right there because I like them better over there. I also like moved all, like, I don't know, maybe, oh yeah, so my whole, well, that side of my room is different. So my dresser right here was against this wall. I moved it down to make more room for my book cart because I wanted my book cart in frame when I'm recording. So in this video, if you've seen the title, I know you're probably confused, but we're going to talk about it. Don't worry. Now, I have already recorded this video. I didn't like that recording, so I deleted it. I said, no ma'am, it's too long. I take forever to get to the point. So this video is going to be an introduction to a new series that I want to do on my channel. And that series is going to be called the A to Z Reading Challenge series. Very long name, but we'll figure it out as we go. So, what is the A to Z Reading Challenge? So, not a couple years ago, maybe 2 years ago when I started reading, or started my reading journey, I was on Facebook and I saw a book club on Facebook. I don't know why I did this. It was an actual, I think it was like a book group. That's what I'm thinking of. It was a book group. And this lady was talking about how she wanted to do the A to Z reading challenge, and she had like this graphic of like every letter, so A to Z, and then she would fill in the little graphic with the book that she was reading. So she would match the title of the book to the letter that she was on. At the time, I was a new reader, so I was a little intrigued, but I knew that I wasn't going to be able to do it at any time soon. And I was like, oh, that's a good idea. You know, I think that's a really cool idea to get yourself into books that usually you don't read and just read them based off the title of the book. And so that is what we're going to do for this new series. So I started thinking about this when I was in the middle of reading Assistant to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Mayer. That is going to be the A book of this entire challenge. So I'm already done reading the A book. I already finished it. It's good. It was a good one. I rated it 4 stars. It is, Assistant to the Villain is like a fantasy rom-com workplace romance type thing. Also, pay no attention to this line on my nose. I think that's from my glasses. I don't know. It doesn't matter. So I was in the middle of reading Assistant to the Villain, and I was like, oh my God, what if I did the A to Z reading challenge and this is the A book? Because I already was going to read Bloodmarked, which is our B book. We'll talk about that in a minute. I was already going to read Bloodmarked. And so I was like, oh my God, A, B, and then I can pick a different book for C. And so that is what started this. In this video, it's going to be purely introduction. We're going to talk about how we're going to do this. I'm going to show you all the books that we're going to read. I'm going to be honest, I didn't want to do this video until I for sure knew which books I was going to pick. So it took me a while to pick out every book because I wasn't set on every book. For example, I changed my mind like 3 or 4 times on like the G book or the F book or the I book. The only one that I'm not sure about is the Y book, and that's because I don't actually have a book for Y. I want to read Yellowface, but I don't know. It's a maybe. The Y book is the only book that I'm not sure on, and the only letter that I don't have a book for. So let's just go through and do a rapid fire of all the books that we're going to do. Okay, first up we have Assistant to the Villain, which is the A book. We already talked about this. It is by Hannah Nicole Mayer. There are currently. There are currently 3 books in the series. So there's Assistant, Apprentice, and Accomplice. Accomplice comes out soon or it's already out. And then next we have, for the B book, we have Blood Marked by Tracy Deonn. This is a YA fantasy King Arthur type thing. It has a little bit of a dark academia vibe to it. As you can see, I'm already started reading it. I'm on chapter 10. I think in the next video that we do, like part 2, because this is going to be part 1, either record myself reading it or record myself talking about it, like while I'm reading it. It just depends. We'll talk about that later, though. And then for the C book, we have Caraval by Stephanie Garber. This is another YA fantasy type book. I think this has a circus in it. I don't know, actually. This book I don't know that much about. I know that this book and Stephanie Garber's other book, Once Upon a Broken Heart, which we'll talk about later, they are like in the same universe. So, and then the D book, I actually don't, well, no. E. Where's my, I am so unprofessional. Give me it. ABC. Oh, ABC. Oh, I did this backwards. ABC. I put ABC, E, D, F, G. Yeah, no, that's wrong. That's, I'll have to change that later. The D book is actually a book I don't have. It's on Kindle Unlimited, and it's called Dreams That Lie Beneath. And it is by Rebecca Yarros. I don't know that, can I speak? No. I don't know that much about it. I found it on my Kindle the other night. Like I said earlier, there were books that I was not sure about, and the D book I was not sure about because there were 2 other contenders for that letter, and I changed my mind and said, let's just read a Rebecca Ross book. I think it's a YA. Usually Rebecca Ross does YA books. And I'm actually really excited because I don't know that much about it. Anyway, so we have the ebook. Yeah, apparently I don't know my ABCs because I put A, B, C, E, D, F, G. That is wrong. Education and Malice by S.T. Gibson. This is a dark academia, horror, sapphic type thing. And I bought this at Target a while ago after reading this author. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. I don't know what their pronouns are. I'm going to call them they. After I read their other book, Dowry and Blood, which also was about vampires. I think there's vampires in this one too. Also, the ebook was almost Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies, but I think I'm going to read that in a different video. I think I'm going to read that like when I feel like it. It'll be part of like a mood reading vlog. I don't know. Anyway, so A, B, C, D, E, F. We have From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I call her Jenny L. My cousin loves this series. It's one of her favorites. She said that she likes it more than she likes ACOTAR, which is saying a lot because I love ACOTAR. I don't know that much about this book. All I know is she loves it. I also know it's a romantasy, and I know there's probably vampires in it. Okay, so our G book I actually don't have. It's on Kindle Unlimited. It is called Gallant by V.E. Schwab, and their pronouns are they, them, or she, they, I think. I saw Gallant at Barnes & Noble when I was there the last time, and I didn't get that copy of it because the copy that they had was kind of ripped and a little like messed up on the edges and stuff, so I didn't pick it up. But I found it on Kindle Unlimited, so I will be reading that one also on my Kindle. And then A, B, C, D, E, F, G is Hurricane Wars by Thea Goosen, and I thought this was YA. Turns out it's not. It's just romantasy. I don't know that much about this book. This book has been on my TBR for a very long time, as most of these books have been. I bought it because it was popular around the time, and I thought, you know what, let's just grab it. I think the second book just came out because I saw it at Target the other day when I was there. It's called Moonstone Rising? Moon Rising? Something with a moon. I don't know. And then the I book, H-I-J. Hold on, I gotta get the J book. Ugh. I am terrible at this rapid fire thing. Also, my blanket is all weird. Go the way you're supposed to go. Okay, so the I book I don't actually have yet. It is going to be Immortal Dark by how do you pronounce her name? I don't know how to pronounce the author's name. How do you pronounce her name? Hold on, I found it. Hold on.
Hi, I wrote this book, Immortal Dark.
Immortal Dark, okay.
Dark academia novel coming out this year.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you how to pronounce some of the words inside of it, and also how to pronounce my name.
Okay. You hearing her?
So my name is Tigist Gurma.
Tigist Gurma. That is who is why. So Immortal Dark is a dark academia vampire type book with like secret societies in it. and stuff like that. All I know is it's gotten very popular as it's been released. I'm really excited for it because H-I-J. Oh, okay. I was right. I'm really excited for it because the main character is a person of color. I think it takes place outside of America. I could be wrong about that. All I know is there's vampires and there's secret societies. So, and that's just right up my alley. H-I-J. So J, we have Juniper and Thorn by Ava Reed. I loved A Study in Drowning by Ava Reed. And I found this at Barnes & Noble. I keep finding, like, Ava Reed's secret gems. Like, I found this randomly on the book table at Barnes & Noble. And I was like, oh my God, that's my bestie. That's Ava Reed. I love A Study in Drowning. Also, A Study in Drowning is getting a second book. This is, I believe, like a gothic horror, and it's a retelling of a different story called The Juniper Tree. I don't really know what that is, but it's like a gothic horror type thing. I heard this book is also very dark, which I think is interesting, considering the cover is gorgeous. What's after I? I-J, K. K is over there. I don't want to go get it. So the K book is called Killer Instinct, and it is by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. It is the second book in the Naturals series. So there is The Naturals, Killer Instinct, All In, and then Bad Blood. So it's a 4-book series. It is a YA, what is it? YA mystery. The people in the book are like special kids. That sounds so mean. They are like, there's like a group of kids in the FBI that like solve cold cases, essentially. I like to say that it's Criminal Minds Junior, which is essentially what it is. It's like Criminal Minds with like teen angst. It's a really good series so far. I've only read the first book, but I found the second book on Kindle Unlimited. I don't know what the criteria for a book being on Kindle Unlimited or like being like paid for. Like, I don't know how people pick and choose which book goes into Kindle Unlimited and other ones don't. I don't know. But the first and second book are on Kindle Unlimited. If not, maybe just the second one. But I really like the first one, and I figured I don't have any other K books, so Killer Instinct was the choice that I picked. The L book, hold on, L, M, and N. So the L book, we have a young adult fantasy, Lord of the Wilds by Annalie Sabrana. I found this randomly at like a Target, I believe, or maybe like a Meijer, maybe a Walmart. And I really liked the cover. The cover was gorgeous, and I said, you're coming home with me. So that's the L book. Originally, the L book was going to be Legendary, which is the second book in the, I just like hit myself in the face. It is the second book in the Caraval series. So there's Caraval, Legendary, and then Finale. And then the M and the N book. So for the M book, we have, is it M or N? M book, we have Masters of Death by Olivia Blake. She also wrote the Atlas 6 trilogy. And then we have Night of the Witch. Yeah, Night of the Witch. It's book 1. It is by Sarah Raasch, and Raasch. And then we have Beth Revis. I think this is like a witch and witch hunter type thing. I'm really excited because also the cover looks gorgeous and it's sprayed edges. I know people don't usually like sprayed edges for paperback, but I don't think I really care half the time. Like, if a book is gorgeous, a book is gorgeous. And then the O book, the O and the P book. Let me grab the other book. Okay, never mind. I figured out, so I just realized what the J book was almost going to be. It was going to be The Januaries by Olivia Blake. It's over there. It is one of the newer books that she came out with. It's like an anthology. It has like short stories in it. Anyway, the O book is going to be Oathbound by Tracy Theon. That is the third book in the Legendborn saga. I think it's actually called like Legendborn Cycle 1, 2, and 3. Or it's called Saga. I know it's not like book 1, book 2, book 3. I think it's Cycle or Saga. And then the P book, I'm a child, is The Prison Healer by Lynette Noni. That is a YA fantasy. I don't think there's any type of romance. I don't even know if there is I think there is a love interest, but I don't think that's like the main like thing in the story. The Q book, I have the Q book, hold on. You know, you would think for somebody who says they're a professional, actually, I never said I was a professional. I don't know why I just lied. You would think for somebody who has been like working on this for a while, I would be prepared. But anyway, we have the Q book by Sarah J. Maas. We have Queen of Shadows. And this is the what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th book in the Throne of Glass series. So this follows, this is a follow-up from Hair of Fire. I think this is like part 1 of part 2 of the series. Like there's like the first 4 books and then like the last 4 books. So like the first 4 being Assassin's Blade, Throne of Glass, Crown of Midnight, and Hair of Fire, and then Queen of Shadows, Tower of Dawn, or Empire of Storms, Tower of Dawn, and then Kingdom of Ash. I don't have a lot of Q books. And I said, you know what? I'm already on Queen of Shadows anyway, so why don't I just add it to the list? Why don't I just make it? Also, this book is very long. I think it's like 600 pages. It is. It's like 600, which I guess I should not be complaining about because of the fact that the last book in this series is 1,000 pages. So that's fun. And then QR, our book is The Red Queen, or I think it's just Red Queen. It is by Victoria Aveyard. And it came out around 2012. It is another YA fantasy. I have an ongoing theme, apparently. I don't know that much about it. I do have the box set. So I have the first 5 books, I believe, in that box set. And I think there's another book that is not a part of the box set. I could be wrong about that. I know there's another book that has to do with the series. I don't know how it works, but whatever. Anyway, and then for the S book, I don't physically have that one. I cannot speak. So the S, T, and U book. So the S book is Sisters of Sword and Song. I did that wrong when I put it, like when I typed it out. That is by Rebecca Ross. Another book by Rebecca Ross. I think that's 3 books by Rebecca Ross in this entire thing. Hold on. So we have the S, or maybe it's just 2. It is just 2. Okay, yeah, I thought it was 3. So another book by Rebecca Ross. I believe this is a YA book. Usually Rebecca Ross only writes YA. She's also coming out with another book that I'm really excited about, and it doesn't come out until September. So I didn't add it to the list because I was gonna probably just read that on my own anyway. I'm really excited for that one. So Sisters of Sword and Song by Rebecca Ross. The T book is Two Twisted Crowns. The T book was really hard to pick because a lot of books, like a lot of book titles, God, I can't speak, start with the. And so I had a choice to make. Do I want to find a book that starts with a the and make it the T book? Or do I want to have a book that actually starts, like the word starts with the T? So that's what I did. And that is Two Twisted Crowns by Rachel Gillig. It is the 2nd book in the duology, One Dark Window. It is on Kindle Unlimited, so I don't have it. And the U book is Under Lock and Key. This is a fantasy, contemporary romance fantasy. I think the guy or the girl is the Loch Ness Monster. That one's by Lana Ferguson. She's the same person that wrote The Fake Mate, which I didn't actually like. She wrote The Nanny, which I did like. And then she wrote The Game Changer, which I'm in the middle of that one. I don't know how I feel about that one. And then the V book is The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. I bought that one last year around October, and I never got to it for my October TBR, so it just kind of got put like in the queue, I guess. It is by Sangu Mandana. And then the W book was also hard to find because I almost did a different book for this one. But I picked Wisteria by Adeline Grace. It's the 3rd book in the Belladonna series. I don't know how many books are in the I don't know how many books are going to be in the Belladonna series. Currently, as of right now, there's only 4 technically, but the 4th one is not out. So there is Belladonna, there is Foxglove, and then there's Wisteria, and then there's Holly, which is, I think, a novella. And Wisteria is actually in a different point of view than Belladonna and Wisteria. So Belladonna follows Signa, and then Foxglove follows Signa and her cousin Blythe, and then Wisteria, I think, is just the cousin Blythe. I think that's how you pronounce her name. I've been saying Blythe. It's Blythe. E. So I think it might be Bly, but I don't know. It doesn't matter. But I'm going to do that for the W book. And then lastly, we have the X, Y, and Z book. The X book, and let me start off by saying, I knew these 3 letters were going to be very hard to find titles that match because, you know, it is what it is. The X book, I actually chose to find a book that had an X in the title or somewhere on the book. So for X, I chose A Touch of Darkness, the Hades X. It literally says Hades X Persephone Saga Book 1. And that is by Scarlett St. Clair. I believe this is like a Greek god, well, obviously, Greek god, dark romance fantasy type thing. And the Y book, I actually have not picked a Y book, but I'm going to just figure that out as we go, specifically because these are like the last 3 books that I have to read for this series. I'm not that worried about picking that book out yet. I think I'm going to read Yellowface or pick a different Y book. I don't know. And then the Z book is the one that I'm very scared to read, and that will be Zodiac Academy by Caroline Peckham. Packham? I don't know how to pronounce her last name. Zodiac Academy is seven books, I believe. Let me look it up. Hold on. Zodiac Academy series. How many? 12 books? Excuse me? What else is there to say? Excuse me? Maybe I'll make a video of me finishing the rest of the series if I like Zodiac Academy. So yeah, those are all the letters that, and those are all the letters. Those are all the titles that we're going to do for those letters. I'm really excited for this. This will be the first series that I'm doing on my channel. And the reason why it's a series and not like one giant long video is because I knew that if I did one long video, I would take longer to get it done. I cannot always read books back to back to back. So after Blood Marks, I'll probably take a little bit of a break and then slowly start Caraval. And then after Caraval, I'll slowly start Dreams That Lie Beneath. And then, you know, so on and so on. I like to like gap it, you know, put a little bit of a gap in there because I don't want to overwhelm myself and then force myself kind of into a reading slump. That is why I kind of want to just do this at my own pace, which is why this is going to be a series and not like one long video. And I'll more likely be able to finish it. This is a thing that I'm really, like, it's one of my goals for this year to do this challenge, as well as doing my reading goal. And if I do 26 books, 26, what's 26 minus 45? Or how many books am I on right now? I'm on 4, right? So 4. Hold on. What? I don't know what I'm counting. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So I already have read 4 books, and then my reading goal is 45, and then these books will be the 26. Like it'll be 26. So I don't know how many books I'll have left after I'm done with this challenge. I think not that much, right? Maybe? I don't know. I don't know how to do math. I never said I was good at math. Like I said, this is the first challenge I'm doing on my channel. Not challenge, series that I'm doing on my channel. And I just thought it was a fun idea. I knew I wanted to do something different this year with the channel. That is why I did the vinyl collection video, and I want to do some other type of different videos. But I wanted to be better at creating content for my channel. I feel like I really slacked a lot last year, and maybe it wasn't that big of a deal, but I feel like I was like, I probably should be recording more, or I should be doing this more. And I put a lot of pressure on myself because of it. And this year I really do want to upload regularly, maybe once or twice, not once or twice a week. That sounds like a lot. Maybe once or twice a month or so. I don't know. We'll figure it out when we figure it out. That's why I don't really give myself like a schedule, because I just kind of upload when I upload, you know? And I just like going at my own pace, because then I don't get burned out and I don't have to worry about not feeling up to something, because if I go at my own pace, I'm more likely to want to do it. The next video that you see will be the second part. I don't know when that's going to be up. I think I'm going to try to get to part 2 of Blood Marks, because there's 3 parts. So there is, the first part is, I don't know what the first part is called. It's Strength, Power, Control. And then maybe, like, I think there's a 4th part of the book. I think the next video will be Blood Marks and maybe Caraval, and then maybe Dreams That Lie Beneath. Because I'm reading Dreams That Lie Beneath on my Kindle, that probably won't take me as long. So it'll just depend on, you know, how far along I am in said books, and we'll just go from there. So, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna go and clean my room and change out of my pajamas because I'm wearing my pajamas, and I like brush my teeth and like put some stuff on my face. I put like some cleanser on my face, put my hair up, and then I said get in front of the camera. So with that being said, I'm gonna go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys understand the challenge. If it doesn't make sense, I'm so sorry. I'm terrible at explaining things. Anyway, so I'm gonna go, like I said, for the third time, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.